you ever thought about how a Canadian PR visa could change your life right now? A Canadian PR visa is more than just a piece of paper. It's like a key to unlocking new opportunities, new experiences, and a new life. For many immigrants, it is a ticket for a better future, and the importance of this visa cannot be overstated. But what makes it so special? And why should you consider applying for one right now? For many starters, a Canadian PR visa offers a multitude of benefits. It provides a clear pathway to Canadian citizenship. It allows you to live and work in Canada permanently and even enables you to sponsor your family members to join you in Canada. And let's not forget the quality of life that Canada has to offer, from its stunning natural beauty to its vibrant cities and welcoming city. In short, a Canada PR visa is a game changer, and it is no wonder that millions of people around the world are eager to get their hand on one. But before we dive into the application process, let's take a step back and talk about what you need to apply in the first place. To be eligible for the Canadian PR visa, you need to meet certain criteria, including language proficiency, education, and work experience. You also need to gather a slew of documents, including your passports, birth certificates, and proof of language proficiency. And if you're applying through Express Entry, you will need to create an online profile, which includes filling out a comprehensive form and uploading some documents. Same thing applies if you are going through the PNP or what we call the Provincial Nominee Program. You also create what is called expression of interest. In addition to all these technical requirements, it is also important to have some prior knowledge of the immigration process. This could include understanding the different visa programs, knowing how to navigate the Immigration, Refugee and Citizen Canada website, and being familiar with the various fees and processing time associated with each programs, because each program are different. Now that we've covered the basics, let's move to the application process itself. The first step is to determine which visa program you are eligible for, and there are several to choose from, including the Express Entry, the Provincial Nominee Program, and the Quebec Skilled Worker Program. Once you've identified the right program for you, you can start gathering the documents, which typically includes your passport, language results, it could be English or French, and your education credential. You also need to carry out your education credential assessment, which is an ECA. There are 5 different bodies that the government of Canada have assigned to take care of this responsibility. So pick and choose which one you will use to do your education credential assessment. What that means is simply they are going to show you an equivalent at the end of the day, what your degree from your home country, the level of education, that is the qualification, at what level it falls on the Canadian scheme of things. With all these documents in your hand, you can create an online profile and fill out the application form. This is where you will provide detailed information about your education, work experience, language proficiency, and other relevant details. Be sure to take your time to answer each question carefully, as this will help ensure that your application is complete and accurate. As you fill out the form, you will need to upload documents and pay the necessary fees. Ensure that the documents you are uploading meet the specifications that are stated. There is always a checklist to guide you when you are doing this. Also, the fees. These fees are varied depending on the program you are applying through, but they typically ranges from $500 Canadian dollars to about $1,500. This is not including what we call your proof of fund. Once you've submitted your application, you can track its progress online, which typically takes several months to several years, depending on the program, depending on the condition of the world as at that time. I use that example of COVID. During that time, processing was very, very slow because people were stuck in their home. So these changes can impact the processing time of your application. So you must take cognizance of that fact. One of the most critical steps in the application process is gathering the right document. You may also need a police certificate. and proof of education and other documents depending on your specific situation. To give you a better idea of what the application process looks like, let's take a visual example of just the page of the express entry. I'll share my screen and I'll take you to that. So this is the page, the express entry profile that I was using to simulate what we are doing here. So this is the Government of Canada website as always. And so you scroll down, I created just a profile. I am not using it, it's just to show you because I am already in Canada. This is what you'll see for the express entry profile, and you will have all these tabs to complete. I have completed it, and that is why you see complete. So personal information, all you need to do is to click update form. If you click update form, it shows you everything you filled on it. It gives you the name, personal description, marital status, ID, document, summary, immigration history and citizenship, family, relatives in Canada. You are going to fill all of that to complete that. Once you've done that, you can move to the next one. And that is what I did, filling all of these. For want of time, I'm not clicking all of these, but if you are interested in completing your express entry profile, at the end of this video, I am linking you to a video that will help you to create your own express entry profile. So stay tuned to the end and then click on that video so that you can follow through to create your own express entry if you so desire. When it comes to improving your application success rate, there are several things you can do. First and foremost, make sure you are applying through the right program. In other words, you need to check the program that you are qualified for. So do not waste your time applying for a program that you are not qualified. Probably the age, you are overaged, you do not meet language proficiency. There is no use going through that. So ensure that you meet those things. Take your time to gather all the documentations. And finally, be patient and persistent. Applying for a Canada PR visa can be a long and arduous process, but it's well worth the effort at the end. Of course, even with the best preparation, things don't always go as planned. If your application is delayed or rejected, don't panic. Some people had rejection 3 times, but they continue to put in the application. They did not just put in an application, they make sure that whatever deficiency they had that was highlighted, they made that up and then reapply. So you should. Do not panic. Once you are rejected the first time, look at the notes that was sent. Probably you will have what it takes to make a new application, and then, who knows, you will be successful. In some cases, you may need to gather additional documentation to provide further clarification. But with persistence and patience, you can overcome any obstacle. In the end, applying for a Canada PR visa is a complex process, but it is one that will surely be very, very rewarding at the end. By following this step, gathering the right documents and being patient, you can increase your chances of success and start building a new life in Canada. So let me ask you this question. What are you waiting for? What is holding you back? Take the first step in your Canada PR visa journey today and start living the life you've always dreamed of. And if you have any questions or experience you would like to share, please leave them in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe for more informative content. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in this video on how you can create your express entry profile. And eventually, I'll see you in Canada.